All right, we are back, and this is the finals of Dominate Dominion number 95. The blue team on the left is Benchwarmers, and the purple team on the right is Clueless. And the chat bans are posted in chat.
Yes, in the Twitch chat there, you can see the chat bans. It is LeBlanc, Nidalee, Lulu, and Kassadin.
You have an immediate Janna ban, which is, I would almost guarantee you, directed at generic. Matt's Portal also plays Janna, but generic, someone generally known for it. Kha'Zix banned by Half-Hearted, Clueless side. The Obama bug, as we like to call him, is pretty much one of the best champions in the game, if not the best champion in the game for Dominion, with his ability to go around and assassinate people and then get out scot-free. It's fun to deal with him.
Super annoying. And then that Kayle also being banned out. A lot of the top teams just like to get rid of her because her late game power is insane, as well as being able to completely protect someone. So you could throw someone into a completely suicidal situation, throw that ult on top of them, the enemy blows all their CDs on them, and then you can just run into the fight, and the enemy has nothing left to hit you with. And then the Leona also being banned out. Zounds does play a pretty good Leona, and he can, as well as other tanks, but Leona is probably his best. So they wanted to get rid of that and not to deal with it.
And Zounds immediately picking up the brand. Probably don't want generic to get a hold of it, and Snide plays a pretty good brand, so grabbing the brand for Snide is a good idea, but they did leave Maokai open, so Sportal immediately takes Maokai to counter the brand there. Half-Hearted picks up a Pantheon, which is probably for Baby Pop.
Yeah, and it looks like, man, that's going to be the Jarvan Vi. This is the team comp that shut us down last week when we were playing against Benchwarmers. It was just so annoying to fight against, because that Jarvan Vi would jump in, and they can pretty much just 2v1 anything within an instant, and then they can turn on to anything else that they need to afterwards. The brand just locking things down and having that huge AoE damage to follow up on. It's very, very scary. So we'll see what the Maokai can do to help prevent that. But they do also have the Pantheon for when they engage to get that quick stun onto someone and try to nuke them down.
Indeed, we shall see what Clueless picks up to counter that. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Supportal's going to be the one on Maokai, so see how that works.
Yeah, Mike will probably be, or Z-Mike, as a lot, he was known recently, well, not recently, but a while ago, name changed to Matt's Portal. Generic, I don't know what you're going to play, man. They did ban out your LeBlanc, and they did...
plays Ezreal sometimes, and Ezreal would work with this comp,
does. Oh, but it looks like they're going to go for Talon and Annie, both very, very strong picks, especially against this Jarvan and Vi. You're going to be able to blow one of them up completely, almost instantaneously. But,
Sam immediately locks the Yasuo. We saw that last finals. Him with the Yasuo, I believe it was in game 1.
Yeah, he did.
Semi-finals where we saw him with Yasuo, I can't remember.
Did he play it?
No, it wasn't finals because he was going after it, that's right. So yeah, he just absolutely started blowing things up late game.
Yeah, that Yasuo, I have been in a debate with a few people about this. I think Yasuo probably can hit Kassadin levels of carry very easily compared to Kassadin, especially once he hits that 15-minute mark. You know, the ambient gold will get him to that point regardless, and if you haven't closed out the game by then, it's just going to be GG. And Wolfer going for the Fizz, I think we saw this matchup last week as well with the Yasuo Fizz, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and Wolfer held the beginning of the game very, very easily, but then again, once Yasuo hit that late game, tides completely turned.
Actually, the very first fight between him and level 4 Yasuo won handily, and then once Fizz got level 6, he was able to turn it on him. But
Okay.
then Yasuo got the Shiv, and that turned it back, and he never gave it back up. So
Yeah, once Yasuo gets that Shiv, a big thing that we've been doing recently with Yasuo is picking up the Shiv and farming with him bot lane. Then once you have that Shiv, you swap into top and have someone hold bot for you. And it gives you such a massive power spike that you can literally run up there, kill the whole enemy team, and then just run back down to your bot lane and keep farming. So it's very, very interesting. A lot of people in the Dominion community thought Yasuo wasn't that good when he first came out. And I was sitting there saying, just wait. Just wait.
It's interesting that they banned Janna when they were going to go for the Yasuo if they're going to bring him top, because the only knock-up they have is, well, I guess Fi's ultimate.
Vi's Q also knocks things up. It's a very small knock-up, and the timing for the window on his last breath is little, very little. It's like Thresh Flay or Maokai Q. You know, you have a small window to activate it, but it is there, as well as Jarvan having the knockups too.
Of course, the other thing is Jarvan can jump up with Cataclysm, and Yasuo can knock him up himself with his Q, since they're all in one area.
Bunched up, yes.
Last breath.
Yeah, Yasuo actually being a very, very good... it's funny how we have kind of migrated into picking really good tanky frontliners this season, and then Yasuo comes out, and he goes, I don't care about all your tank stats because my ultimate gives me 50% armor pen against your bonus armor. So I remember playing him and running into like Maokai's with Frozen Hearts and Randuins and stuff, and I'm like, okay, I just ulted, so I really don't care, and I sit there and just shred them completely.
We'll see how he does in bot lane. Like I said last week, it was interesting to see. Wolfer was able to turn it. The level 6 burst from Fizz was able to kill Yasuo, but once he started getting enough damage, everything just died so fast. There was one play that I wish we had, because I don't know what happened, but like we left with the camera, we had stopped to watch the team fight because we assumed Sam was going to go back. He had like 10% health, and Bebe was at full health. And Sam killed him somehow.
That Yasuo, when he is low health, he becomes very scary. At the same time, is just it's he has low health, but he still has his shield, so you have to take that into account. And then if he has his ultimate up as well, that's another shield on top of his
he
first.
did not have his ultimate because he had just used it to take down
Wolfer, and he still managed to kill him.
Just wish I knew what had happened. But
yeah, that is. Because I've seen the situations where he's low, and then he manages to get the triple Q. He throws his ult, he gets that other shield, and then he manages to kill things while still being at like 10 to 20% health. But yeah, managing to kill something without the ult as well, that's interesting. But we'll see how this game goes.
First time we've seen Talon here. I think he's been banned. I don't think he was banned the very first game, but the other 2 games he was banned, which was curious. Generic playing on Talon, I don't think I've seen him play Talon before, actually, so I shall see what this looks like.
I've seen him a few times, so I know he does have some experience on Talon. I don't know... I don't remember the outcome of those games, but I do know that he has played Talon a few times.
Okay. So they might haven't having him practice it, so they could go in there. They do not have all that much poke, with the exception of the Maokai, so...
Yeah, they might just... Well...
Annie's poke is just to get pretty close.
It's very short range.
So.
And you normally want to save that stun for the AoE when the team comes in. You drop that W on them. But yeah, I know Clueless has been practicing all week as a team. I've been seeing them in queue, just queuing as 5, working on stuff, trying to get their mechanics and positioning together, working on their shot calling. So we'll see if that week of practice managed to pay off a bit.
So this is the finals of DominateDominion number 95. I am one half of your casters. My name is Koravel, and on the top here we have Benchwarmers, and on Mr. Mundoverse is Zounds. Snide Sentinel is playing Brand. Way is on Vi. Forgot the Icing is on Jarvan the 4th, and Sam is going to be taking Yasuo bot lane. Casting with me this week is...
And I am Fancy Wolf. You can find me over at twitch.tv/SirFancyWolf. Streaming sometimes. Probably not. I don't stream. But then on the other side here, we do have Clueless. They have been around for quite a while. And we do have the Half-Hearted on Annie. Z-Mike or Mad Supportal is going to be on Maokai. Generic on Talon. BB Pop on Pantheon, which is a little odd because normally he's playing those AD carries. And then you also have Wolfer on Fizz. Now, a really big thing to be watching for in this game is Wolfer roaming, because he's known as one of those bot laners who really just loves to pop up top lane. And he's really well known for playing like Nocturne and stuff that can jump up into the fights and turn those 5v4s. But with Yasuo also being a good champion for roaming, I'm very curious to see how that's going to turn out.
It will be interesting. Yeah, Sam has been roaming up more recently. It was one of the things coming over 3v3 that he didn't do all that well at first, but as soon as he started seeing people doing it against him, he took it into his repertoire and started using it.
Yeah, it's
It's the same start from Mundo this time as last time, and everybody else has prospectors. Although Yasuo has a prospectors and a longsword instead of boots.
yes, I've been doing this start on a few of my AD bot lanes as well. Champs like Riven or even Yasuo, starting with that extra sword in the very beginning for that huge damage boost. It against a lane that likes to all in, you can sometimes win that all in because you have the extra damage as opposed to just moving around.
Right, yeah, it's not someone who can kite you, but Fizz is not one of those people. Yeah, you can get away with the longsword. I see it on Riven a lot because Riven's really easy to catch up with people because she has a lot of mobility. He does have 97 attack damage right now, so... Yes, War Leader, we are aware the volume is low. Unfortunately, I cannot do anything about it.
Yeah, I was listening to the stream.
It's something to do with the stream. I don't know what it is, but if I turn it up any higher, it's going to start reverberating, and trust me, you do not want to hear that, because you won't be able to understand me at all.
Yeah, Koravel sounds totally fine in Skype, and I listened to the stream, and he sounds like he's in a big empty room, and I don't know why that is. So we'll have to take a look at that after this weekend. But the Poke Wars have started. Clueless really needs to try to go in because they don't want to deal with this Mundo and Brand poke. Because Mundo actually deals more damage the higher your HP is with his Q. So that is tough. And it looks like Jarvan is just going to go in for him and say, hey, what's up? Here is the fight. And Mike going down almost instantly on that Maokai. But they are going to be able to take out Icing here, and they did manage to take out the Vi. But let's see if they're going to be able to get any more kills out of this.
Sam and Wolfer have been having a disagreement the whole time. Sam had the advantage, but Wolfer got some damage on him there.
Very nicely done there. And let's see if Clueless can take this back up top here. And it looks like Supportal just going down again, getting completely melted. No follow-up on him, and no one able to stop Brand from capping.
I was going to say it was something that Benchwarmers needed to watch out because they did win the fight, but they didn't manage to get the windmill before Lulu's got up there. So a lot of times we call that strategy lose to win, although it's not a real strategy for most people. So you get back up there with full health because of your revives, and they have like half health and end up winning the fight. Half-Hearted coming down here to pick off Sam.
That is going to be a kill. Yeah. Very nicely done, and Half-Hearted should go try to force the revive, but Brand is coming down to stop him, so he might just transition in top. Oh, and Half is going to run right into a Vi. Very nicely done getting that stun off, and Half, you are very low on mana. I would be careful in that situation.
Wow.
Oh, the fish!
That damage from Vi took half her health with 2 hits.
Oh, and the fish missing. Wolfer thought the Vi was going to commit a little bit harder than that, and she ended up backing off. And it looks like up top here, the Jarvan and Mundo just going all in all over Generic and taking down that Talon.
Jeez, man. Where's that fight? Oh, she got the 2 long swords in the prospector's blade. She just has so much damage from that setup.
Yeah, she's probably running offensive masteries as well, so that's a pretty substantial damage boost when you're punching them with Q, getting the 1% boost, and then punching them with an auto, getting the 1% boost, then hitting them with E for another 1% boost. Spell weaving is fun.
3 people in the game right now with, well, just as I said that, my turn turns into a brutalizer with 2 long swords.
Yeah.
Pantheon actually just, that was weird. It's like he sold his long swords and then bought brutalizer. Because they vanished from his inventory.
It might have just been a graphical bug.
Which, yeah. Sam is having lots of fun in bot lane. Everybody is spending a party with him.
Yes, he was having way too much fun, and Clueless said, no, we don't want none of that.
But they're not going to be able to do anything with it. They just had to get the point back because Sam had taken it. They did have to commit 3 people, so again, they're not able to get the windmill back, although I think Benchwarmers might have missed an opportunity there to try to force at least a neutralize on the midpoint.
Oh, and looks like they are going to be able to pick out Wei. Very nicely done, and it looks like Jarvan just went B, so they should be able to get this. Generic is coming up behind on Snide.
And Wolfer's coming up.
Oh, and Wolfer is here too. That is a very good catch on the Snide there. They are going to be able to nuke him down. Wolfer, you need to get back to bot lane because your bot laner is coming back and he's going to be pushing hard. And he is already recalling. Good play by Benchwarmers. Or, excuse me, Clueless.
Did spawn there, which That makes sense. I really don't think it's random. It's not. Like, you're gonna have to put the document up so everybody can
Did see it.
everything.
Yeah. Because I remember we did the testing on the Quest system.
Right, I've been testing it for a while, especially when this game you're streaming and see what it is. I think there actually is a pattern. Snide did manage to pick up the relic, which is really good on brand with all his dot power. Generic got caught, but with his stuff managed to get out.
He tried to get down as much damage as he could before going down. That Pyroclasm did do quite a bit of damage, and ooh, Annie, you are very low. Please be careful. And they did it. They were able to get top neutralized, and I don't know if BB Pop and Half are going to be able to take down this Mundo, and he is going to be able to get a double kill off that.
Might have been able to get him if they could just get him up low because the Pantheon execute, but they just couldn't get him down. He's just too tanky.
And as you can see there, Mad's Portal ran out of mana because he didn't have a catalyst.
Oh, okay.
That is the only reason he ran out of mana?
Sure, certainly.
There was
certainly.
There was no other factors into that.
Sam, I think, yep, just got the shiv, so...
Yeah, Yasuo is definitely going to start turning bot lane, and if he decides to run up top, he is going to start messing some people up.
Looks like he's going for a Hex Drinker second, actually.
Yes, that is actually a very good pickup for the Yasuo, and another fight coming out here. Do we have any Annie ults coming down, locking up teams? Don't know if Tibbers is up. There he goes.
I'm just curious why she was waiting for all of them to group up.
It looks like it's going to turn into a 5v5 here. Oh, that fish getting stopped. But the BFT is down on Sam, and he is going to get nuked pretty easily. Vi is the only one up for the team, as well as Brand trying to hold this top point, and I don't think he's going to be able to do it solo.
Does.
Oh!
Supporto went for the minion instead of him, and he is going to get Supporto with the ultimate.
He went for the minions.
Oh, and he's going to get Annie, too!
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Very nice.
Vi's going to be able to stop Fizz from capping the point, not neutralizing the capping, although that minion wave might do it.
It is pretty big. That was a good play by Supportal, though. He W'd to the minion to auto-attack it for his passive to keep him alive, but it just wasn't enough because Brand threw the Pyroclasm.
She is going to be able to stop him. Talon's coming up, so not quite enough. So it looks like he's going to go for Fizz, which is interesting.
What are you going to do to Fizz? He's going to hop around and be a fishy fish. Oh, he canceled the ult! Very nicely done. Good play by Wolfer. And they are going to be able to completely turn this fight in favor. And they do have the Maokai holding bot there, and that Mundo just dealing so much AoE damage.
He's still alive! Oh, there he goes. That Mundo does not want to go down. I've actually missed the W on Snide.
Yeah, very close.
Sam looks like he's heading back.
And
got the Hex Drinker and a Brutalizer now.
Yeah, Wolfer is going to take that...
Oh, I lied. He doesn't have the Hex Drinker.
Oh no, he's just sitting on the No Magic. That's very odd, going for the Brutalizer. It's interesting. Yasuo does not scale very much. Oh.
Wolfer with a nice catch there.
Excellent play on that.
Revive those, so he's not able to turn.
But Yasuo's...
Breaking out on top here. Oh, I got taken down by Talon, I think, yes.
Yeah, there's just so much bulk to deal with.
That fight turned, they were all nice and grouped up, and Brand just dropped the ultimate. And that's
that Pyroclasm
had the fight because they caught Vi out.
Did quite a bit of damage, but Yasuo's revive will be down, so if Wolfer can get another play, that fish cooldown is really low as well as BFT, so if he can get another big burst like that on him, he will be able to get that bot lane back for them at a later point.
They get the neutralize on mid, and they get the top back, so it sounds like a nice play there to get the neutralize. I think he might be sticking around a little too long here.
Yeah, Zounds, you're playing a risky game. Your ultimate is down. You're not going to be able to get out of this one, I don't think. And you have got a Pantheon and a Talon and a little bit of pathing going on there. Yeah. He is just going to walk away.
He kind of faked like he was going for the health relic, and they went forward, so he managed to get out. But he does have a whole lot of health that he lost, so that'll hurt him in the next team fight. Wolfer's going to take Sam down with the fish.
Yeah, very nice. Half-hearted using Annie's W instead of the Q when the wind wall came up. Annie's W is coded as a ground ability, so it is not affected by the wind wall.
Did not know that.
Yep.
Seems like that's something they should fix, because that definitely seems like it would be something that should be blocked.
It stops Sona's ult, but it does not stop any W.
Alright, bot quest just popped.
Yep, and that is, what are we at, 10 minutes? Yeah, that timing. So, bot quest is up, and Wolfer will have all of his stuff up, hopefully, for this next fight against Yasuo, and he should be able to nuke him.
I would say that doesn't fit what I have, but when it was neutralized, so it couldn't go, the quest couldn't pop top. So
Yep.
that's what I bought. Snide Sentinel is going to get the shield, just barely.
Yeah, but Half-Hearted also does have the shield on him, so we are going to see a 4v4 with some shields up, and that is going to be a lot of damage as the Tibber's going to get dropped.
Oh my
Dear.
damage!
Yeah, Vi just
gonna
got
get dropped.
completely melted, but very nice job. He did manage to pull both of them down to half. Let's see if the team can capitalize on it. Sam is actually up top, but Wolfer is following him up top on the way.
Both have revives too.
And here comes the fish that is going to land on Mundo and completely annihilate him. Woo-wee! That legendary fish is going to wreck some days. And here comes the Maokai root going to be finishing off that Jarvan.
Jarvan has a revive. He's coming back. I'm not sure if he needed it because they're not putting pressure, but I would.
Yeah, Brand is also up, but let's see what they decide to do with this. Because if Annie comes in from the back, no, Half-Heart is just going to back off. They're going to decide to play it safe and backtrack.
Half's got full health. They can still turn this into something here. Noxios wants to know if Windwall stopped, so he's on.
No, it does not. I'm pretty sure it does not.
Nice stun by Brand on the Pantheon there. And they're gonna get the draw.
And here comes that Talon damage, that AoE blowing out, but he did have the exhaust on him, so the damage was cut considerably. But they still managed to pick up all the kills there, and Zound's running up there by himself into a 1v3, and... ooh, there's a lot of CC to keep you in place, my friend. That is not going to be good for you. Alright, and Wolfer is back up in time to help out bot lane. Ooh, very nice job dodging that, and Pantheon is coming down to help finish this kill. Good night, sweet prince.
Wolfer actually dropped his revive in order to get down there. So that's why he went up top and went in first, because he knew he had the revive up. So if he died, it was okay. He could get back in time.
Alright,
That is going to be a 4 count.
Yep, they are going to be able to get that. And are they going to be able to get this bot lane? Wolfer and Baby Pop looking to try and get some pressure down on this Jarvan. And, ooh, just whiff the fish. Would have been a good one, but he is going to be able to get damage down. The Hex Drinker keeping him alive for just a second, and
Nice
he is going to be able to
play.
finish off the Pantheon.
Unfortunately, both his teammates came down anyway, so they weren't able to capitalize on the fact that he managed to kill them by himself.
Yeah, if he would have run up top, or if the other two would have run up top, they would have been able to finish off this tree running away, home free. And it's going to take them a second to try and get that point.
Fizz and Pantheon being back up, they aren't going to get this point captured and they get neutralized.
Ooh, that Fizz burst. Scary. And that BFT will be able to finish him off.
Yeah, with the Leech Bane and the BFT at this point, Wolfer's got a lot of damage on him, and he just sold his Wicked Hatchet to pick up Hex Drinker.
Oh, I don't know about that one. I think I would have held on to that Wicked Hatchet, because that is a pretty big component going into your Infinity Edge. It's like 1,400 gold as well.
Fizz, you almost have to outburst, and you're not going to beat him with sustained damage, unless you have some ton of lifesteal that matters for this.
The Hex Drinker can help turn the tides of that, because it'll give you a second to survive his burst, but at the same time, it's something you have to be very careful about.
Nerd just played a good play there, bouncing behind Jarvan, so he was able to get the help roll away from
And that's a portal.
This Maokai, but it is a Maokai.
Yeah, it is a Maokai with the Storm Relic, staying alive for a long time.
Fizz just going to be here in time to stop
Good night, Brand.
the cap.
And
he's here back in.
Annie, did you have stun on that one? I don't know if you missed that W stun or not.
Purple team has captured the window.
And he also has Relanamakon, so if she gets hits on Mundo when he's down low, it will prevent him from healing. And Pantheon is coming down bot lane to gank again. Generic's down there and meant
man.
to pick up off Yasuo anyway.
Generic just finishing him off. He's got that Ghostblade and that Last Whisper, so there is absolutely no armor stopping him. All of that damage is getting through. And a good jump by Fizz there, trying to avoid the... and just great positioning by Wolfer. Excellent with the fish, too, throwing it back in. Pantheon coming in to drop some manliness into this fight, and it looks like Talon and Annie are going to be able to finish off this Mundo.
and Pantheon takes out the Brand, although Brand's passive has managed to finish him off.
That's very nicely done.
Constantly roaming up is turning the team fights here. Yasuo was dead, so he could go do it without having to worry about his bot flank being taken.
Yep, and then Brand did use his revive right there, and everyone else came up on that 1 second. Brand missed the respawn wave. He was at an 18-second timer, and everyone else was down to 1. So using that revive so they can come back up as 4, very, very nicely done.
Need to go for a catch or something here. They do have Annie in there, but he's probably going to delete. No, I guess he's
Ooh.
going to drop his. Oh, he doesn't have Timbers over.
No, he does not have Timbers up yet. If he did, that would have been a very dead Brand for face-checking that bush. But let's see the team fight going in here. They are fighting inside the Maokai ult, which is not the best idea. Maokai ult is still holding strong, and Matt's portal is going to be taken down. Generic is the only one up. Sam is up here, as well as good old Fish, and Fish is just going to jump right onto Sam and blow him up. He is going to finish off his Jarvan as well.
They might be able to kill him if they work together, but Brand needs to go get the win. No, that's true.
So they're going to be able to cap this.
The
and
first
Zound
fight that I've seen that Sam beaten Wolfer to the top, and they both roam up. So they
Yeah,
were able to turn
normally Wolfer is there at the same time or a little bit before.
Brand is going to be able to get this entire. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
Comes
that is a
Pantheon
man drop.
dunk.
Right on your head. Oh, the damage.
That's why you should play AP Pantheon, right?
Yep, AP Pantheon.
For
Let's see
that
how
one
much damage
particular
that's
time of the
doing.
game.
That is dealing 1,000 magic damage at the center. That Pantheon ultimate. So that is some very scary stuff. Ooh, and Sam a little late on that wind wall. He is going to eat that fish, but his shield eats up most of the damage.
Yeah, Fish didn't really do anything to it at all.
Wolfer trying to get some jukes out with that troll pull, but dropping the Timbers down, showing Sam what's up.
And with Brand and Vi both starting out bot, they aren't going to be able to get back in time up here to do anything. I don't think Jarvan will be able to go onto maybe pop up there.
Yeah, they are holding off very, very well here. Oh, BB, no.
Knight actually missed his Q.
So yeah, that is a miss stun, but he is going to go down. But Mike will be able to hold this. Again, it is a Maokai sitting on point, so he's going to be able to take a lot of punishment before he finally goes down. But the big minion is going to be able to neutralize the point.
His passive comes back, he's still alive! There he goes, fine.
And he just held on to that.
Generic's going to go in with the Jarvan with his ultimate.
Nice, he's going to try to delay, and actually will finish off that Brand. But can he kill the ulting Mundo?
Nope, not with his ult. I was going to say, if he doesn't have his ult, Generic can do it, but not without not with the ult. Man, that healing.
Yeah, that's all of his health back.
He
He
was at a
went from
quarter health
nothing
and
to
not
full.
gone back. Jim's going to have a hard time recalling with what everybody's doing there. Okay.
I think he should have jumped to the minions and raked back. That would have given him a chance to try to escape there.
Mundo Sleeper is such a low cooldown with the Spirit Visage. And he also has the Thornmail and the Sunfires now. Lots of armor, which is interesting. I guess he doesn't need more armor. His Talon is Pantheon to deal with. But that doesn't mean Talon is down for this team fight.
So Talon is not going to be up there fighting a 4v3 right now. Do manage to take out the Vi, but here comes the Yasuo, able to get some major damage down, and oh, that fish is going to actually be melting. So very nicely done. Everyone is really low. I don't know if you want to try to cap this.
Completely get bot lane. Oh, no, and he had a revive there.
Oh, and Jarvan jumping back in with no health. Is he? No, he is not going to be able to finish off Generic. Very close, though.
I think Half-Heart is going to get, oh, he does not have a stun. Okay.
No, he just blew it to. He just blew it on his W, and it was too far away. So very close, though.
So they were not able to turn that one team fight into any more points because of Annie's revive. Annie's revive saved the quest there. Way's going to have to back off of this. And Lewis is going to be able to get top, I think.
Well, they got some minions there. A pretty substantial amount of minions there, actually. Snide needs to try to get something across, but he's not going to be able to because that Talon is going to be stopping him. Very good stun onto Generic, cutting his HP into half. That's going to come into play here in the next team fight if they try to go in. Oh, and Fizz is able to completely annihilate him. He jumped to the other side of the wind wall to throw the fish. That was a very, very good play.
And Snide's ultimate was down for like 2 seconds. Otherwise, he probably would have tried to drop it just to do as much damage as he could before he died there when he got caught out.
He actually might have taken out the Talon in that situation too, because Talon did get dropped to 50%, and
Oh yeah, he probably would have killed both. Oh, here comes a
Pyroclasm.
Pantheon. Man, drop. Cooper does not have his ultimate up yet.
oh, that is a Pantheon. Oh, Windwall did block that spear coming across, but
I feel like
not that
that's one of those times when you accidentally click on the middle of the point when you're trying to right click on the person.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
started channeling right there. Don't think he wanted to do that. I think Zaz is gonna, he's gonna pick up the Pantheon, but Talon's coming in here.
Yeah, it is very difficult to contend with Mundo unless you have some form of lifesteal, because that is what keeps you up against him. Oh dear, that's going to be a Vi ultimate coming
Very
in on
much
you.
contesting this point here. When there's nobody up windmill, they could just easily go grab it.
Yeah, they're devoting all their resources to try and get this quest back right now. But there's a pretty big wave. They are going to have to send someone to stop that, and that Vi is going to get eaten by the Earth.
Doesn't stop the sack.
Nope.
Pantheon sitting up in the mid lane waiting. Just waiting. Oh my goodness.
Snide.
That
Just eating
damage.
the damage, but
That
then
was just
Wolfer
cute,
did get
wasn't
caught
it?
out a little bit there. And he does have the Unite on him, so he will be going down, and Yasuo's Last Breath coming out for that. But that is on an incredibly short cooldown, so there's not really, there's no need to hold on to it. It's on a 24-second CD right now.
Yeah, I feel like Sam should be going in here.
Well, he's still trying. He says, you know what, I think I can beat a Talon. And the
Oh,
game
the
is
Papas! Oh, wow, the Talon ult is coming in again, though.
Oh, man.
Benchwarmers is devoting all this time here bot while the points are bleeding away, and I would point out there is nobody top.
There's no one, and has been no one top. As soon as
Pantheon
Snide
was-
went top and cleared the minions, he ran back down into the fight.
Well, at that point, Pantheon wasn't really Sam. And there it goes. It might actually be the game with Yasuo, and
Yeah.
we need 12 more seconds to get up.
That is 10 seconds on Mundo and Yasuo, and the other three are not going to be able to do anything on their own. Fizz is pressuring bot, and the rest of the team has everything up top ready for the counter push. So I don't think they're going to be able to get anything in this amount of time unless they immediately go for that bot lane.
Yeah,
but
even
at the
if they
same
do,
time,
Clueless will just go from mid.
Clueless is right here at the mid turret. Very good reaction. They're ready for this fight. Picking out the Zounds. They're going to blow him up. Snide eating that Tibbers. Or was that a Tibbers, or was that just Annie stun? Oh, Yasuo coming up top. But Generic did get the neutralize on mid, and that is going to be GG.
116, 114. You got another kill. 2-0 victory for Clueless. Wolfer with the 19 and 8 Fizz. Yasuo did start turning it around there. He was 12 and 3, so it was like something like 4 and 10, maybe the pro to 14, but just too late to affect it.
Yeah, that Fizz definitely turning the tides of fight. Being able to insta-give the Yasuo like that was just something else. And he didn't even have top damage. That's, wow.
Well, he was bot lane the whole time, so.
That is
Annie
true.
and Talon with more damage than he has. Annie with the most damage with 51,000 and Talon with 47.
Yep, and then it looks like we've got that brand coming in, that good AoE damage, and Mundo with 3,700 damage. That's pretty insane.
37,000.
Excuse me, 37,000 damage.
Times it, that is going to be Vi with 329.
Alrighty, so we are waiting on our invites here to get into the next game, and we will bring it up when we are in the champ select.